Hi everyone, I'm Yuvraj. If you have been following some of my recent LinkedIn posts and content, you will know that I have been spending a lot of time exploring modern data platforms, analytics architectures, AI systems, and database technologies. One thing I have noticed is that while everyone is talking about AI today, before we talk about XSR, let's start with something fundamental. Every technology we use today runs on data. Banking systems, e commerce platforms, manufacturing systems, mobile applications, and now AI systems. All of them generate, consumes, and depend on data. The amount of data being created today is growing exponentially, and that's why data platforms have become such an important part of modern technology. So, next question, why do databases exist? As application grows, data grows. At first, files may be enough, then a spreadsheet, a CSV, a few application logs, but eventually organizations need systems that can store, process, secure, aggregate, and analyze large volumes of data efficiently. That's exactly why databases create. Databases help us organize data, retrieve information quickly, support multiple users, and power business applications. For decades, this was enough. But the requirements have started changing. The AI era has changed the conversation. Historically, organizations focused on storing and retrieving data. Today, the challenge is very different. The challenge is turning data into intelligence. Organizations now expect real time analytics, AI powered applications, large scale reporting, lakehouse architectures, predictive insights. In other words, data is no longer the final destination, data is the starting point. The end goal is intelligence, and that means the analytical engine underneath becomes incredibly important because the faster we can analyze data, the faster we can make decisions. Now, the real question, why XSR? What makes it interesting in modern analytics architectures? First, XSR is purpose built for analytics. It was designed specifically for analytical workloads rather than transactional processing. Second, it's designed for performance. Organizations use XSR when analytical speed and responsiveness matter. Third, XSR integrates well with modern AI and analytics ecosystem, whether that's Python, AI workflows, or modern data architectures. Fourth, it connects to existing platforms rather than forcing organizations to replace everything they already have. And finally, XSL helps organizations move from raw data to actionable insights faster. That's why many teams look at XSL as an analytics engine rather than simply a database. I want to spend some time on the XSL architecture, which I would touch upon on a very high level. So, this is the mental model I would like you to remember from today's episode. At the bottom, we have all the source systems, ERP systems, CRM platforms, file, APIs, streaming systems. All of this generates data. The data typically lands in lakehouse, data warehouses, and SaaS platforms. Now, here is where XSL fits. XSL sits above the storage layer as an analytics acceleration layer. Its job is to help organizations process and analyze data efficiently. The outputs then power dashboards, reportings, machine learning models, and increasingly AI applications such as agents and copilots. Throughout this series, we will continue coming back to this architecture and explore what XSL actually does inside this layer. So what you are seeing here is XSL's website. One thing I like about XSL is that the conversation is focused on outcomes rather than simply database features. If you look at the products and capabilities, you will see strong focus on analytics performance, AI integrations, and modern data architectures. I will go through in detail about this website, like what are all the things we have and all. To start with, we'll just see like what we can do with XSR. These use cases represent real challenges organizations face today: faster analytics, AI and machine learning integrations, Lakehouse acceleration, business intelligence, and cost optimization. So these are the type of problems modern data teams are trying to solve every day. What I found particularly interesting is that the same analytical challenges appear across industries: banking, retail, manufacturing, healthcare, different industries. Same challenge. How do we turn large volumes of data into insights quickly enough to drive decisions? So, that's the purpose of this series. Not simply to explore features, but to understand how XSL works, what makes it unique, and where it fits in modern analytics and AI architecture. That is the important point I wanted to keep discussing, and we will, understand exactly how XSL, and where it fits in modern analytics and AI architectures. In the next episode, we will start going deeper into the XSL engine itself and explore what actually makes XSL fast. Thanks for watching and welcome to Know Exasol.